Hey everyone, this is Eat, Move, Thrive with your Fact Friday for this Friday, June 15th. Today I'd like to talk about blue light exposure and circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is our natural sleep, wake, and dark light cycle, and this is not only affecting just our sleep cycles, but also our ability to exercise and eat in different timings of our body, because all of our different organs and muscle tissue, etc., have circadian clocks. Anyways, blue light is found at its highest amount in bright sunlight, so specifically midday, and the brightest day would be the brightest amount, and it's somewhere around 200,000 lux, which are these units of light exposure, blue light exposure. We also see this blue light exposure happening from our computers, devices, phones, light exposure just in your house, etc. And a lot of it is unnecessary. We don't need this kind of exposure, especially at these times of day when we're getting ready for bed. We are actually meant to be exposed to blue light in that first half of the day. And in the second half of the day, we are supposed to be calming down, bringing less of this blue light, more of the red amber light, kind of like what it would be at a sunset later on in the day. In our busy lives, what we see now is people actually not getting outside, not getting exposure to this blue light, bright sunlight in the morning or in the first half of the day, and actually getting much more blue light exposure in the evening and before they go to bed. And what this causes is it causes the body to have a disruption in this circadian rhythm, because we don't know whether it's morning, night, or what time of day it is. It also causes a reduction. So when you're exposed to blue light at nighttime, when you're not supposed to be, it will cause an increase in cortisol and a reduction in melatonin, which is our sleep hormone. If you're not exposed to enough blue light in the morning, you have a blunted, so not enough cortisol rise, as well as you have too much melatonin because you haven't been exposed enough to wake your body back up. So what we want is that big bright light in the morning, so that our cortisol can rise up, our melatonin can be suppressed, and then at night we want to dim those lights, get the amber light and almost none, like it would be a candlelight or a fire or sunset, and we want to then, which will then cause our cortisol to reduce, so that stress hormone, that cortisol will reduce, and our melatonin will start to rise and allowing us to sleep. So we want to have a couple take-homes from this. Few things. So number one, get outside in the first half of the day, get bright sunlight exposure. Even on a dim overcast day, you will still get enough light exposure. So that's get outside, do a walk to work instead of actually taking the tube or taking transport or car. Try and get outside and get moving in that first half of the day. In the second half, dim the lights. You should try and have some kind of amber red kind of light. You should have reduce your exposure from your computer screens, TVs, and phones. If you have to use computers, TVs, or phones, you can use devices such as what I'm wearing. These are True Dark. They're a type of blue blocker, so they block out blue light and all you see is the red light. You can get them, there's lots of them on different Amazon, etc., where you can buy them. And also you can get Night Shift on Apple devices, or Flux is a free app you can download, which takes out that blue light from your device, and all you're seeing is the orange amber light. With TVs and things like that, it's a little harder, so it's better to wear something like, if you're going to watch a movie, then maybe wear a blue blocker or something like that, okay? We want to have that reduction in those blue lights at nighttime, okay? So check it out. Try getting lots of sun exposure in the first half of the day and reducing all that bright light in the second half, which is mainly in our society from devices and our lights, our current lights and situation, and see how you go. You should be able to sleep better. You should be able to be less stressed, more relaxed, and have deeper, restful sleep at night. That's your Fact Friday for June 15th from Eat, Move, Thrive.